This man, Eric Wallace, has been our executive producer in The Flash from season 6 to 9. Let's talk about if he deserves some of the hate he gets, or he doesn't. One thing Eric gets hated on a lot is the use of VFX for the show, and this is a scene from season 7 when Bart is running from the Godspeeds, and it looks heavily green screened and just really bad. But for people who believe this is Eric's fault, it's really not. It goes down to the budget, and VFX companies are being really overworked and do not get paid nearly as much as they should. If you look at modern Hollywood movies and how bad they look now, it's because the companies rushing them and not taking their time and utilizing this to the full potential that they could. The next thing this man gets hated on a lot for is his use of villains and storytelling. I decided to use the Red Death picture here because Red Death gets a lot of hate. Yes, I will agree, season 7 did have some questionable creative decisions that they decided to go through, and But let's talk about the final season, which everybody's still talking about. Now, Eric Wallace had a pretty cool idea in introducing the Red Death, but it just didn't execute well and stick the landing. Mainly because Ryan Wilder was not intimidating enough to put the role up for a Batman/Flash kind of character. Her acting was just kind of bad, and some of the lines given was also really bad. Another complaint by fans is the usage of side characters like Cecile Horton, for example. Now, in season 9, I get where he's trying to come from with wrapping up some of his supporting casts, story arcs. I completely get it, but for a 13-episode final season, I just don't think it works the way he wanted it to work. Now, a lot of fans have problems with the writing, which I will agree, it has taken a dip, definitely in quality, over the past few years, but one thing that Eric has done really well is keep Barry Allen, the Flash, pretty consistent with his power level. Hartley Sawyer definitely needed to be fired because it doesn't look good for the CW brand at all, especially with how inclusive they are with different groups, etc. So we can't really fault Eric on that. Recently, I've been watching quite a bit of Eric Wallace interviews, and this guy does care about the Flash more than some people think. Overall, Eric did a pretty solid job with his time in the Flash, and it's not fair for some fans to be making hateful TikToks towards him because at the end of the day, it's just entertainment.